We're back.
My name's Shane McKenna, and to my left this week in order, the man on the panel least likely to come outside. It's my little brother Joe. How are you, Joe boy?
Yes, this is my first time out here.
Ever.
And
to my right, coming in at 6'1", as he does each and every week, it's the baby brother of the pack who we call Junior Boy. Junior Boy, how are you?
We sprayed Airguard all around everything tonight, Jake, outside to avoid the mozzies and the cockroaches.
And it's before we'd even seen any. These are precautionary measures based on the past. A bit of history from being outdoor episodes before. Off the top this week, Joey, you've got an outside story. You've got a tennis tale. And we're chatting about Ocean Alley because they're in the news this week. Plus, last week we discussed Hot Cross Buns. I've never had one. We're going to try them for the first time tonight. Plus, we've also got some ads, and Joe's even got an everyday hero to discuss. It's a massive ep. First one of the year, boys. Let's get into it. Boys.
Brother Mingo.
How are we all? Are we all well?
Fantastic.
Welcome to 2024.
Yes.
Welcome.
Off to a
Welcome to
fantastic
2024.
fantastic start. We're going to run off based off being outside in the history of the past of the episodes, and we've learned from that.
All right. Well,
What's going on there, Jake?
It's a
You
new-
still drunk, mate?
It's a new year, but we're going to keep the same level of quality and banter. Mate, the intro, it's still about getting
It's the energy.
it's the one and done. It's like live radio.
That's it.
We've never done an intro twice.
More dick
No.
jokes, the better.
No, that was good. Apologies for... You get what I mean. We've been outside in the past. We've had some intruders.
Yes.
I think we had a flying cockroach. Was that a
A
year
flying
ago?
cockroach
2
2 years ago.
Time flies.
It's almost the end of
Time
it.
And so do
absolutely
cockroaches by all
flies.
reports.
Speaking of bugs outside, I did have an outdoors story to kick us off.
Oh.
That's our first story of the year. It's going to be
A thumper.
an absolute ripper. So last night, I came outside.
Last night, December 1st. I mean, January 1st.
Yeah, January 1st. I came out. I noticed the cat. The cat was outside, and the cat often nowadays is a little bit terrorized by the dog.
Yeah, that's fair. We got a dog, 13, 14 months ago. And the dog-cat combo growing up isn't one that is often talked about as being a positive.
Or civil.
Yeah, it's more of a
combination.
cartoon kind of.
Yeah, they're not
thing.
usually enemies. They're usually pitted against one another. And that's
Yeah.
pretty
Pretty bang
accurate.
on.
It's pretty accurate.
Pretty
yeah.
accurate what's
So,
happening here.
so the cat is very chill, right? The cat loves lazing around, loves a box, loves to just chill.
Yeah, he does.
And the dog loves to chase him around. So it's very, very uncommon for the cat to find its place where he can relax and be alone.
That's fair.
So I came outside and I noticed Sock's little cat just chilling out here, out where we're recording this very pod tonight, just
Yeah.
chilling. And I noticed he had a little friend.
Oh, no.
He was with a stick insect, a praying mantis.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
praying.
That's not as disgusting as I was picturing.
Oh, yeah.
And-
I thought there was going to be a bit of a mice
No,
involved.
so he was that line there. There's a praying mantis that was, blending in with the ground and stuff. It had a nice.
That Socks was not deceived.
Yeah, Socks wasn't. So Socks was
Socks has
kinda,
form in this area as well.
Yeah.
Socks was kind of, chasing it around a bit, and they were playing a bit, and then sitting, and then it would run off, and then he would chase it. And I was like, oh, Socks is playing with the praying mantis, whatever.
Because he never tries to kill. He just wants to play. So he'll often catch, have it in their mouth and then drop.
Yeah, put it down.
Yeah, and
grab
there's like,
it.
okay, now you can go again.
Put
And then
it
he'll chase
around.
after it
Yeah,
again.
but for the cat, it's elite fun. And for the praying mantis,
Yeah.
it's like
yeah, it's
terror.
death. Yeah, you're playing a
it's
game
life.
with
Yeah.
its life.
So that's what I thought. Yeah, oftentimes cats do love to just play with them. But this time I was watching it. Socks was sitting there. They had been playing around a bit, and now they're just lying down. Socks is lying down. The praying mantis was right in front of it. They were just sitting there, and then out of nowhere, Socks lifts up his right paw and just about 6 times, just bang, 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 just hit the thing. And it was like looking at me while I was doing it. And just so nonchalant, just bang, 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 just hit the fucking thing. And
Yeah,
I was
right.
Oh, he killed it.
well, that's what I thought at first.
Where
I was
is
like,
it?
holy shit, the praying mantis is definitely dead now. And I was looking at Socks like, what the hell? I've never seen Socks do something so violent.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then he just looks at me again, and then the praying mantis moves a bit. And then he goes again. Another
Oh my
hitting
god!
it.
So it stopped doing the whole catch in the mouth.
It's like
and then-
UFC
It
when
was
they
just
go
hitting
down.
it. It was like his
they
paw
just
was
keep
a hammer. And he was just
Just
pounding
going
this
to
praying
absolute
mantis.
town. The most terrifying one I've ever seen was we live in a nice area, but there's a lot of bush
Right next door.
We've got a big
yeah.
park next door.
Fresh air, but a lot of rats.
No, that's not what I was going at all. I don't think I've ever seen a rat.
I haven't
here.
seen anyone.
I've seen heaps.
Okay.
There's one over there right now.
What I was going to say was we got a pool, we got the bush over the park, over the side there. We get a lot of frogs,
Yeah, frogs.
which
Frogs love
I'd never really seen prior to moving here. And then sometimes you'll come out in the middle of winter and there'll be 3 frogs in the pool. Just
Yeah,
like
when they're in the pool,
just fucking
swimming around.
And the
Disgusting.
cat has had a few numbers on these frogs. And the frogs have a very interesting sound. Like it's not just like a standard, like a red up. It's like a... And it's that exact noise. I used to sleep in. I used to live in the back room,
Yeah.
and I'd wake up and these frogs are literally just making that god awful noise, just giving a bit. And that means they're being aggressively attacked by a cat, because the amount of times I'd come out and the cat's like literally either got the frog in its mouth or is, as you were saying, like tapping it around. And as you said, like the frog's playing with life and death. The cat's just playing.
Yeah, it's actually crazy that they do that.
Like,
And
imagine
like
a-
socks, it like killed that praying mantis, and it just like does not give a fuck at all.
Yeah.
It just walks off.
On
And
to
then,
the
like,
next.
imagine a creature like 50 times the size of you, just like playing with you.
Yeah,
Settle down.
I love that.
Alrighty, boys, it would be remiss of us not to mention it. We're obviously big fans of Ocean Alley. If they're listening, huge fans, welcome to come on at any point in time.
Confidence, baby.
Yeah.
But
sure, yeah.
we have a jurisdiction to the squad,
We got to report the news.
to the pack. No stone left unturned. A few weeks ago, we didn't want to do it, but we told a story about a man rooting a cow. Like these are just when you're in a position.
What
of
did
power.
Ocean Alley do?
When these come across
It was
the
praying
desk,
mantis.
We're in a position where we have a voice. We have to use it, whether it's for good, bad,
Yeah.
or evil.
sometimes we have to deliver justice.
And unfortunately, I know we're fans of the boys,
Yep.
but they've done a bit of ludicrous behaviour
Yes.
Standard from
taking,
the ocean.
And also-
taking place. And mind you, it wasn't against Australia. It was with our friends across the Dutch.
Yeah, that's right. International offences.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They've breached
they were
international
performing
law.
recently? Or for New
As
Year's?
recently as yesterday, I think.
New Year's Day.
I don't know.
I believe
yeah.
so. I
In
believe
Dutch?
so. Do you know where I'm talking about?
Where Dutch is.
No,
Somewhere
over
in-
the
Across
over
the
the
Dutch.
ditch.
somewhere in Europe.
Across the Dutch.
Oh, over east.
Keep going.
Easter.
More east.
More.
In-
Oh, New
in-
Zealand.
ditch.
Yeah, good. That's better.
What ditch are we talking about here?
The ocean.
Is that what they call
I don't
it?
know.
Alley.
They just have
The
to
alley
say.
of the ocean.
The ally.
The headline reads Ocean Alley rock star Lachlan Galebraith. Could you name someone from Ocean Alley?
Lachlan Galebraith.
Prior to that, could you mention? They're just Ocean Alley. I really like the guy with the cool hair.
The main guy.
No idea.
He's the front man.
The big
Yeah,
one.
the front man who's like
Yeah,
singing.
Yeah, he's
He also sounds nothing like.
how he looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, our man Lachlan Galebraith issues an apology after being caught shoplifting in New Zealand.
Oh, Galebraith.
Yeah.
So, what's essentially happened, and I didn't see the article, I saw the shop share a post.
Ooh.
What essentially happened was Lachlan Galebraith has since issued an apology. Days after he was captured stealing in CCTV footage released by the hunting and fishing store in Queenstown in New Zealand. A screen grab from the footage shows the vocalist and keyboard player putting something in his bag while browsing in the store. The thing that he put in his
Classic.
bag was a Yeti bottle,
That's
and he's just stashed it.
is that the front man?
No, this
yeah,
is
the
the
keyboardist.
keyboard guy.
Oh, they must be getting paid well.
Yeah.
Well, it does make me wonder that at least the crew, because at least the crew that run the business, I think they sensed an opportunity as well. They've gone,
Publicity.
this is incredible. Firstly, if that man walked up to me and introduced himself to me, I still wouldn't have a clue
Yeah.
who he is. So the fact that the person
Yeah.
who's checked the tapes has been able to recognize him and go, oh, that guy plays for Ocean Alley. He looks like a good mate of mine. I'll tell you who he looks like
I know
after the
exactly
fact.
what you're thinking.
Yeah, okay. Now, the store put it on Facebook and literally just wrote, good to see the fellows are in town for their performance at Rhythm and Alps Music Festival tonight. Unfortunately, it looks like there was just a little bit too much confidence in store today.
Very nice.
We realise hydration is important, so no worries. But feel free to return the Yeti chug cap back before you leave town tomorrow. All the best for 2024 and the tour ahead.
So, yeah, it's interesting, huh?
What a terrifying image
That's
that is.
Is that the guy's
Are they
style?
not? It makes you think
Oh,
like,
maybe he needs it.
He then jumps on. So the guy then jumped on and gives it a bit of. He did a video as literally as early as today.
He
He
did a
goes,
notes app.
it's a
apology
moment
video.
I am not proud of and one I have deep regret and remorse for. I've apologised directly to the team in
No,
the
you
store
don't.
and we've rectified the situation.
He says sipping the Yeti.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a bizarre thing. Look at that. That's
Why
a
would you
huge.
steal a Yeti?
It's such a bizarre thing. It costs what did I say? $15.
Yeah, it's so strange.
It's curly.
And it makes you think like, is he doing it tough? Is he not getting much money? Like touring the world, doing music?
I just have no.
know.
It's perplexing
Did
for
he-
me to think about like how you could do that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Especially if you have quite a big public figure. It's not even like a fun crime. It's not like you got busted for
Yeah.
drugs or speeding or
Yeah.
drink driving. Not saying that they're like, that's what we're advocating, but at least they're a bit rock star.
yeah.
Stealing a $15 water bottle,
Mm.
probably one of the lamest things you could do,
This-
barring like stealing a loaf of bread.
This is
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
this is the turning point in the biopic.
It's just so
Things,
bizarre.
you know, they're like, especially when they do documentaries, and it'll be like things happen, and then it's the guys talking about it, like the Beatles talking about,
Yeah.
like, and that's when we decided to break up. They'd be like, things weren't the same after we took the Yeti.
My question would be, let's only just for the sake of the chat, if you're at home, imagine it amongst your mates. If it was the three of us, and Riley's come back from BCF,
Yeah.
and he's got a Yeti bottle,
Oh, I'd be fucking good on
and
you,
he
mate.
brings it to us. Firstly, we're not going to be impressed. We're going to be rather embarrassed. But secondly, imagine not knowing that and finding out via the news that Riley's stolen
Yeah.
a Yeti bottle from like a boat and camping fishing store,
It'd be
and you're
so
like,
awkward.
mate, what were you doing?
Yeah, someone else in the van
thirsty.
finding out, being like, dude,
Surely
we're
not.
getting fucking cancelled because of this
Yeah.
$30 bottle.
legit.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting.
It's a curly
I
one.
wonder what else is stolen
Yeah,
gotten away
they've
with.
gotten away
and
with.
gotten away with.
My question, and when I first saw that, it brought up a great memory of mine
Oh no.
when the before mentioned Riley
I think we talked about that.
did exactly this.
That was a bit of a cheeky one.
Yeah.
Now-
when I was in New Zealand.
In most courts, you don't
It
often
was a
take
Frank Green.
you don't often take the
Yes.
stand. But on this occasion, Riley, would you like to take the stand and tell everyone of your sins?
How do you play?
And I'll fill
Hand
in
on the
any.
Bible.
I will fill in any.
hand on the run shit.
I'll fill in any of the blanks / potential mistruths.
We were at like a Target or a Kmart or something.
Worse, it was
Red
a
Dot?
yes, it was like a $2 store, like a reject store.
And we were going through the aisles, and I was at around knee height at this time. I was only a small chap.
You were in
Yeah,
four,
he was 20.
and you were in nappies, and the
I was
nappies.
4,
It would have been maybe a bit younger, but you were in nappies because the nappies.
but I was walking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the nappies are key
Was he
part of
in
the tail, definitely. Or if not nappies, in some real
I
like
was in triangle.
yeah, he's in
definitely
the
triangles.
triangles. He was running some Toy Story triangles, maybe over a nappy.
And I remember we were going through the aisle, and one of you pointed out some playing chips. from,
Yes.
like,
Yeah, because
a
we wanted
poker
to
deck.
start playing poker.
Yeah,
And
professionally.
then Mum was like, "No, you can't do that. Like, no, we're not getting them. Probably because she didn't want
I was
you to be young
gambling.
gambling addicts."
and how'd that work out for you, Mum?
And then I was like, "Oh, that's sad. Like Jack and Joe wanted these, and now they're not going to get them." So I just tucked them down the Toy Story jockeys.
The brother of all brothers didn't mention it. We go through the rest of
Shoved
the.
him up his
Wait,
arse.
did you see me do it?
No, I had
No,
no
no
idea.
one did.
You go through the because I
See?
think
I'm better than the.
I think
yeah.
I think we went through the aisles, and I was pretty keen for these poker chips. Gave them to Mum. She was like, "Not a chance," and then we put them back. Now
I
we,
still-
we walk out of the store,
And then we beef.
No,
We-
no, 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 no,
Didn't
no,
that
no,
be?
no, wait,
No, no, no,
wait, no. This is a mature brain talking to a criminal. We leave the store. We might have bought something. Mum might have bought a handful of lollies or whatever the fuck we were in there for, right? We leave the store. We're walking to Woolworths.
Yeah, working on lollies.
We're actually at Southlands, if you remember correctly.
Oh, that makes
And
sense.
we're walking down not even the aisle, but just through the centre. And Riley He's only a little fella.
I remember this is one of my most vivid memories.
I'd be about 8, 9, 10. Riley, you'd be 2, 3, 4, right? In that little age bracket. He just tugs on the back of my shirt, right? And I just turn around.
I remember it like itching up against my skin as well.
I just remember turning around, and it was only like it was like a sleeve of poker chips.
Yeah, it was like one. It was
no
like
bigger than grab your thumb to your forefinger. It
would have been like 20 poker chips.
Yeah, it wouldn't be any bigger than that. And he tugs on my shirt, turns around, and to this day, known the bloke for 21 years, never seen a look quite as joyous. And he turns to me, and he all he does, he like wants my attention. I turn around, he just pulls his crotch across, and just pulls out these poker chips from his ball bag.
Yeah, and he held him like against his against his shirt, like like it was in movies when they have like guys doing the drug deal, and
he's like
opens up his jacket, he's like, yeah, I've got the goods.
Literally, like as if it was like a second ball bag, just sort of like opened it and
similar to how when poker players look at their aces.
It's like he was playing the game and he just gave it a bit of that, and I lost it. I was laughing my head off, and then I think Mum saw, she's given it. She's quickly turned around, and I remember saying like, giving you massive props. I said, that's like, seriously, thank you. That was really kind of you to do. But secondly, let's not make a habit of this sort of behaviour. And we went back to the store.
Arguably worse than gambling.
We went back to the store. Mum, I've never seen her more embarrassed. We've done some embarrassing stuff over the journey, but she's never been more embarrassed than walking back in a packet of crotch chips.
Riley had to
you had to apologise to the 14-year-old girl on the counter who,
like, bro, take him.
She goes, mate, I've stolen way more today. You should see what I've got in my crotch. One of the absolute moments. So if Ocean Alley are looking for a new keyboardist,
I'm ready.
Riley's ready.
With similar morals, Riley's ready to go. Alrighty, boys, the summer of tennis is upon us.
Among us.
Which is a bit of a January treat. Tennis seems to run for the entirety of January and never again. It's not many. It's because it's played year round, but in Australia it's only played for 1 month.
Yeah,
but imagine like the NBA just being like, yeah, California, October's the one.
It is interesting because obviously US Open and Wimbledon are the big ones.
Correct.
But because they're on, it's like I'm not watching tennis at 1 a.m.
Yeah. We have you say that, but they're often, if they play Australians, they're on time. They're on friendly times. Yeah, they know that no one from Japan is watching Nick Kyrgios play tennis at 2 a.m.
Yeah. It's just when it's like, the Australian Open, even though in all the other countries they're probably like, oh, who fucking cares?
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's everywhere. Like in France,
you just care about
your Roland Garros kicks off.
I reckon we got the best time slot though, like January.
Yeah. Well, it's been dead of winter in
But I think it follows summer everywhere.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
It's a summer sport.
It's like cricket. They play cricket in the summer here, but they also play it in the summer in England.
Yeah.
Imagine just getting to travel around summer to summer.
Bit hot.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you get sick? I reckon you get sick.
No, not if it's summer in England. It's basically winter.
It's just wet and hot.
Anywho,
summer of tennis. Riley, you have had quite an involvement with this year's summer of tennis. Even though we're only a handful of days in, somehow the Prince of Perth has managed to swindle his way in and introduce himself, and somewhat welcome the same way you did Harley Reid.
Don't say anyone's
welcome
names
to absolute superstars from the Australian team. Riley, run us through what it's like being West Australia's biggest dick swinger.
So I was invited on a TV commercial for Tennis Australia. I won't say what it was for.
To work as well. He wasn't doing. You're making it sound like it was you, Kokonakis, and Nick Kyrgios.
What was your job on the thing?
Production assistant.
What was your role? What was your main responsibility?
The coffees.
Because you mentioned you really like summer, but you were holding an umbrella for a long time.
So I was also helping out with the lighting department, which
you shade,
which includes shade.
You were a tree.
Shade and shadow is equally.
It's like getting cast as a tree.
Shadow is equally as important as light.
But was the shadow on camera?
No. Not the one I was in charge of. Okay, because on camera is only a little frame. See, I was in charge of shade for the rest of the
rest
set.
of WA was Riley's role.
And
we're all off camera.
The key gaffer, my good friend, he was like, make sure we're keeping our talent cool today, because we were working with a lot of young talent. The youngest there was probably 3 or 4. not stealing poker chips though.
Yeah,
Starring in TV commercials,
Good.
so doing well. And then obviously we had some elite talent down there as well. But I looked at the call sheet on the way, or a few days before, and it had everyone's full names except for these 2 people.
Right. I could have told you probably who they were going to be.
The first one was AGLA, parentheses tennis player. What does that
AJ.
mean? Ajla.
AJ.
Yeah,
LA.
AJLA.
Ajla.
Try and pronounce that one.
Ajla.
Ajla.
It's Isla.
It
Isn't
is Isla.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's a
and
tricky one.
and the other one was Alex, parentheses tennis player. And obviously our best tennis player in the country right now, Alex Diminor, and Isla Tomljanovic, I believe it's pronounced.
Who is a fantastic female tennis player who I'm very aware of, mainly because of the fact that she used to date Nick Kyrgios.
Ah, the plot thickens.
It does. And so, yeah, we were there for like a couple hours before shooting all the stuff with the kids. And then at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., we had Alex and
The
Isla
talent.
come down, and how exciting it was. I wasn't too familiar with
For
Isla.
them to meet you.
Yeah. I wasn't too familiar with Isla's work
Did you call her Ajla?
before her coming down. No, I waited till someone said her name and then picked up on
And
it.
then you're like, sorry, I'm pretty sure it's Ajla.
Ajay! Welcome, my
You
friend.
called her AJ. though.
But yeah, no, so they came down and then Isla shot a few of her scenes first, and then Demon came down. I call him Demon.
Yeah, what's he call you?
Oh, boys like that.
Shut up.
Coffee guy.
He bring us the umbrella.
Anyway, Alex Demon came down, and then he obviously didn't have any friends on the set 'cause he only knew Isla and like their PR person,
Yeah.
and like everyone else was just like random WA people.
And like 9-year-olds. by the
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
of
and
things.
like a few tennis Australia people.
Yeah,
but
he was
wouldn't
actually
know
good
that.
buddies with one of the 3-year-olds.
Yeah. And then and then so he went and just like stood by himself,
Yeah.
and in the sun. It was 36
Oh,
degrees,
and
and
you
I was
went.
like, oh, I'm holding this umbrella for the director right now.
Know your role, play your role.
But Mr. Director, you'll be right. So I ran over to my boy Alex. and
Was
I-
Mr. Director our good friend?
No,
Oh,
he
okay.
was Mr. Producer. Our good
Oh,
friend.
okay, sorry.
But anyway, so I ran over to Mr. Alex Demonor, and I was like, he was tying up his shoelace at the time, so I just snuck up behind him and I was like, I got some shade for you, mate. And I started holding it. He was like, oh, thanks, mate. In his little accent.
Yeah, he got a funny accent. I've watched a lot of interviews that he does. I love how he speaks. He's got fantastic attitude, but I've never been able to quite suss his voice.
Yeah, and like also like you look at all these players on TV and you think like, oh, they're so grand and tall and whatever. I'm a little bit taller. But I just slipped that one
I
in.
feel like Alex doesn't look like he's 6'9" or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, but he's 6
like,
foot. He looks tiny though, doesn't he?
He's only
I've
he's
never
quite a
thought
svelte looking dude. He's only a little fella.
Svelty.
Covers the court well. He's not
Oh, he's quick.
he's
off
not
the-
he's not necessarily a power player, but my god, he's like a Duracell bunny out there.
So
just
I had
pinging around.
Yeah, I had a little chat with Alex, but not for long. He just standard. How's it all going? And he was like, yeah, pretty good. Da-da-da. Had a bit of chat about where he grew up and stuff, and then his time was to go, and then Isla got pushed out. She was like, all right, we're done with you for a bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, she knew equally as many people as Alex, so she went and stood by herself, and I was like, bloody earth, back to back, here we go. So I ran over to Isla, and I was like, I got some shade for you, mate. And she was like, oh, I can hold it. And I was like, no, we've got to preserve these shoulders. Playing the Australian Open in a couple weeks, Isla, don't be silly, mate. I'll do my best to help our country win.
There you go.
And didn't I do well? Because she played quite well yesterday against number 5 in the world.
Yeah, but she was sunburned.
Yeah.
Did she win?
No, but she did
Oh.
very well because
Yeah,
I think she's currently ranked at like 290.
Oh wow, okay.
Her highest ranking was 32, which is elite. But the American girl that she faced last night was 30. Oh no, was 5.
So didn't you first know me Osaka?
No, she was number 5 in the world.
There you
The
go.
lady she versed, and she did really
Yes.
well. So good stuff. Anyway,
And Demon won. Are you holding? Did you get a kickback for that?
no, I didn't
No,
get any
fuck.
kickback, but I did go, and it was fun to watch them. Now it was like fun to see them and be like, I was legit like,
Oh, she liked your story as well.
yeah. And then I put up a story of me holding the umbrella for her, and she liked it. But because I got to have a bit more of a chat with her, and we were chatting about like, I was like, so how's it all going?
Great.
How's tennis?
And
What's tennis
I didn't know
like?
anything about
What
her.
racket you running with?
Yeah, because I don't watch tennis at all. I didn't know anything about Isla at all. I knew Demon's name. Never watched him play, but I knew
We've watched Alex play.
not in the flesh.
No, in the flesh.
I don't think.
Oh no, I don't know that he comes to Perth too frequently.
Anyway, but I didn't know anything about Isla. And then I was like just talking to her, And she was like, "Do you know if the these courts have been resurfaced for us? The ones that we were playing, because they were meant to be training on them after."
And you're like, yeah, don't worry about it.
And I was like,
I'll just do the shade.
I literally said, "I'm the umbrella boy. I'm not too sure." She had a good laugh about that, and then yeah, no, she said, yeah, we had a lot of banter about some other things, but I don't know if she would want me to say it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Some off-air stuff. Oh my god.
Yeah, a little bit cheeky.
Oh,
Yeah.
anyway, so similar to Nick Kyrgios, Riley's got an OnlyFans account where he'll be telling full stories about what it's like to meet high-level celebrities and tips and tricks to steal poker chips.
But yeah, no, we actually had we had 5 minutes of just back and forth combo.
Much like tennis.
And she, yeah, I was actually cracking her up. I was like, "Oh, this is sick. This is good times." Anyway, and then didn't talk to her for the rest of the day. But then I went.
You gotta treat her mean, keep him keen, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
She's like, "Can I please have some shit?" No.
And then I was like, I got home and I was like, "Oh, they're playing on Monday." I asked her, I was like, "You got big plans for New Year's?" Because this was the day before.
Because I've got a house party in Winthrop if you want to come hang out.
Yeah, because this is the 30th of December. This took place, and I was like, "You got big plans for New Year's?" And she's like, "Oh, we're just trying to get a hotel room sussed." And I was like, "Where about?" No, I was just like,
you guys need some shade? You reckon you need shade? Pretty harsh lights around.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, are you guys allowed to party then?" And she was like, "No, we'll just have one." And I was like, "Oh, well, not much point then, is there?"
Is that what you said?
Oh, it's just a bit. Oh, that's a bit flat. Yeah. And then I was like, "Does that come into consideration when you come over for this cup? You I prefer to, party at home."
Yeah.
And then she was like, "No, it's all right." She said afterwards we'll have a bit of a big one. And I was like, "Oh yeah, get pretty sauce then." She was like, "Oh yeah, 3 or 4."
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, we're professional.
The life of
athletes.
an elite athlete.
It does very much sound like you're pressing for an invite. Even sitting here, not
Whereabouts
witness it.
though?
Yeah.
3 or 4. Where are they?
Yeah, exactly.
Where are
It's
you
so-
gonna have those little
Yeah.
junkies? But yeah, it was fun watching them and being like, I kind of know them.
Yeah, I guess you
If they saw me, they'd be like,
Is it the umbrella?
"That's the umbrella guy."
No, I don't know. I feel like you're over.
No, they would. Isla then went on to my Instagram story. Didn't get the follow back. Waiting for that one.
No, I love it. Love it, Harley. We knew someone who got Riley on the job, as Riley mentioned.
Yep.
I was aware that you were going there. I was quite excited for you.
Yep.
I'm a big Alex man.
Of course, Alex Diminor.
And I was excited for that. And then I received a photo at about lunchtime, Joe. I'll just show you because I think Riley's already seen it and he's probably well aware. But this made my absolute day. And as Riley said, he didn't sort of loosely talk about it. He's just gone with... Oh, shit, I talked to a lot of people. Here we go. This is from ads. Just gives it a bit of... Your brother absolutely rizzing the pro tennis. And it's just Riley standing under an umbrella. We absolutely love it. Well done, Riles. Alrighty, boys, it's time for one of our favourite segments here on the MacPack podcast. It's the only segment that genuinely makes me nervous. It's time for something that we call Jake Tries. This is Jake Tries. Not in his life has he ever had this food. All the world will stop to watch Jake try. The concept is pretty simple. I don't eat a grand deal of foods. I'm 26, nearly 27. And the amount of foods that I've eaten over that journey, you could probably count with your fingers and toes.
Chips, sausage rolls, potty pies.
And it stops pretty soon after.
Processed
Potty
king.
pies are even a bit.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
late
I
in the piece.
can
I hadn't had a party pie until I was at least 16, I reckon. Which is unfathomable because...
They're everywhere.
Yeah, and they're basically just like sausage rolls. Last week we mentioned...
Hot Cross Buns.
Yeah, the debate around hot cross buns being in stores potentially too soon. And I said, I've never had a hot cross bun. And my God, are we regretting that decision now?
And I said that they were in stores too soon, but they were flying off the shelves. The ones I wanted to get, the original ones, the no fruit.
The original recipe.
The no fruit ones, which is my favorite. They weren't there, so we've got two varieties.
So these aren't even like your one wood. This is...
Well, actually, I think the fruit ones is the standard.
Okay.
Fruitless is a bit if you don't like fruit.
Okay.
Because sometimes a bit gross, but
We've also got something else here.
we've also got the chocolate, which is obviously a modern invention.
Okay.
They even had
You
caramel.
couldn't tell the difference. If you handed me these, I'd go, yep, there's just four pieces of bread.
See, the
Makes
thing
them
with
a
Hot
bit
Cross Buns, I've
deadly.
never had one. I'm excited to try, but they smell really good.
They smell good.
They
yeah.
smell
I
okay.
like the way they smell.
All right, I reckon.
Mm.
So
I
yes,
think
as
crack
Riley-
in with the Sultana one.
As
first.
Riley just mentioned, I was unaware until Joe just brought them out. Riley's never had a hot cross bun either, so this is a Jake and Riley tries. Probably not the first time we've ever done this. I feel like we keep
We always
deep fried
have a
Mars
sweet.
bar.
we keep doing this. Okay, we're gonna kick things off here. This is our first ever. This is the first time we've ever
Cheers.
I had a hot
make
cross
make
bun.
sure next one you get the one with the cross. It's good to try the cross.
Oh, okay. Do you want the cross?
Oh
No,
no,
no.
no! I want the chalky cross.
All right, I want the cross.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
so
give it a
this
cross.
is Sultana.
Yeah, so
And
it's
it-
Sultana, it's grilled and it has butter on it.
I don't really like sultanas.
3, 2.
And they're taking the first bite. Doesn't it just put you in the spirit of Easter?
I don't like sultanas. I got like heaps. That corner had heaps. The bread's actually alright.
The bread's really nice, yeah.
Tastes a bit healthy.
It's not good. Like I would never buy one ever, ever, ever. I don't like sultanas so much that my favorite cereal to eat, and I don't eat cereal. As I said, like if I got a 2-liter bottle of milk, for me that's like a year's supply of milk. Like I don't, milk's not something that I use.
Yeah, it goes off.
And traditionally, I had long life milk at my house.
Mm-hmm.
Went off.
Life not long enough.
Went off before I'd even opened
Really?
it. So I don't know how long you get on it. I also don't eat
It's
bread.
ages.
I bought butter, like just a 500 gram thing of butter.
Yeah.
Had to throw it out. Never opened it. It expired like, I'd had it for about 16 months. Apparently can't have butter for that long. Had to.
You can use it to cook and stuff.
No, it's in the bin now. Sultanas, that's what I was saying. The cereal. I used to eat Just Right cereal.
Yeah.
And then I would forage through. So pour it into a bowl, and then you always add your milk in after. I'd pour all the Just Right in, and I'd forage through it and take all of the sultanas out.
Yeah,
That's like
sultanas
ages.
I hate. They're one thing that I think is real. Like even sometimes I used to get the muesli, and yeah, I would never buy the ones with sultanas in it.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I used to get those little
Red box.
red boxes of sultana.
That's so
I
weird.
still like them.
They're all right because that's what you're going in for. But when a sultana's just there, it's such a strong
Yeah, you don't
flavor.
want a wild sultana.
I didn't mind that.
I also don't like apricot, but my favorite muesli bar.
Apricot muesli bar.
I'll never eat a chocolate muesli bar. Okay.
You had the bun for this.
Out of that, could we just give it a number out of 10?
Oh, if Vegemite toast is a 10, that's a 6.
The dough was fine. I really like the bread. Like
Yeah,
the bread's
bread's
actually
good,
quite
yeah.
sweet, quite nice. The bread would get a 6, but the actual
The
sultana's
sultana.
bringing it down. It's getting a 3.
So this is the chocolate one.
Chucky time. Did you put butter on this, Joe?
I did put butter.
Oh,
yeah.
this looks so exciting. There's like, look at all that.
Chucky with butter, though.
So does the cross, what's the cross all about?
Did Mum tell you to put butter on the
Yeah,
chocolate?
Mum said put
Okay.
butter. Yeah. So the cross, you know Jesus.
You know, I get that, but like what is it? Icing.
Coom.
It's like icing, but it's like not. It's not sweet. Just try it.
Okay.
It's very interesting.
This
It's
is
very
our
candle-esque.
first ever. Have you ever had one of these ones?
Nah. Cheers to that.
I thought you were a big choggy. I thought you were a big guy.
I thought you were a big guy.
Oh, fuck. They're
ASMR.
good.
Oh, you didn't even get any of the cross.
They're good. It's like a chocolate muffin.
I mean,
Yeah, basically what it is. Yeah.
The choc chips are really good.
They're good.
Yeah, I don't mind the chocolate one.
Can I have a bite of yours?
With butter, it makes me feel a little bit strange. But I guess there's butter in a muffin.
That's good. Do you want some?
yeah. I was like,
It's a bit like the...
I'll definitely go again. But that's just because the chocolate's addictive.
Yeah, I think it's the chocolate. It's a bit like when we were at primary school and they used to do... I told Mum about these
That's
earlier
good.
last year.
That's really good.
They used to do really nice like vanilla...
Touching.
Vanilla? So they do vanilla cupcakes and they put hot chocolate bits in them. That's a bit like what that is.
Yeah, chocolate muffin.
A choc chip muffin.
What? Did I just go around in a circle?
No, you were like,
A vanilla muffin.
was it vanilla? Vanilla muffin?
with choc chips in it?
Yeah, like you get a white vanilla. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
chocolate
Is a
muffin.
muffin?
But it was like
Vanilla?
buttermilk. No, it was like buttermilk. It was like a buttermilk.
buttermilk
one.
is
Mum's
good,
made
yeah.
them since. That's not bad.
Yeah.
The ones with apricot, or whatever that is, sultana, getting a
Sultana.
3. The ones without, probably a 7.
Oh, it's the chocolate chips though. It's not the.
Yeah, it's not the actual bread. If you like chocolate, just like, and it's Easter time, just you know
Have an
what?
egg. Go for an egg.
It's your lucky day because there's a plethora. You don't need a wedge in between bread to enjoy.
I would feel not great about myself if I ate a full hot cross bun for breakfast though. It's not a very 2
Nah,
and 5.
just
option.
have
no.
just have a slab of Cadbury.
Yeah. You may as well just have a chocolate muffin.
There we go. We absolutely love it. Well, we don't love it, but we passed the test.
It's medium.
There's your Jake tries. We're going to do a lot more of these this year, so if you have suggestions, make sure to ping them in. We actually might put them up on the stories. You've got some options for stuff that I might have eaten. Fair chance, like, I haven't eaten it. So don't necessarily go like, oh, try like a fucking goat's testicle. like
I've tried that.
Because like steak, like a certain steak would be enough for me to be like, yeah,
Wagyu.
never had it.
Yeah.
Surf and turf, never had it. Like shit like that. Do you know what I mean?
$50. Right
Really
there.
run it back down the
That's
pole.
why.
Love it. Alrighty, boys, excited for this one. This is something that I hope to do a bunch during 2024. I've flirted with the idea for many, many moons.
Yeah.
And I don't know, didn't have much confidence. I just don't have much confidence, guys. I don't know if you can tell. I don't have much confidence.
He doesn't have much confidence, baby.
But 2024 is the
That's
year.
how it goes,
Is the
right?
year, is the year where I'm bringing a new segment. Just because, I don't know, 32 segments is not enough, I thought.
Yeah, we need to have a new favorite.
We need instead of our favorite weekly segment, I want our favorite annual segment. And this year, we're going to be doing the Ad Man. Now, we're going to come up with a little song and
A
dance
jingle,
for it
yeah,
because,
yeah.
you know, that's what we do. And it's a great way to make sure that a segment never returns, usually,
Yeah,
as if
give
we
us
do a
all.
segment. What I'm going to show you
The
guys,
Ad Man, what is it?
what I'm going to show you is essentially an ad from yesteryear, and we're going to have a little bit of a chat about it.
Ooh, I love it.
And it'll look like, at the time, when an ad's on TV, you just go, oh, yeah,
There's ads on TV.
cool.
That is how you
after the
react.
but after the fact, like, you just don't care. But after the fact, you watch back, like, 15, 20 years on, you're like, how is that allowed to be on TV, right? And my question regarding the ad that I'm about to show you, not necessarily is how is that ad allowed to be on TV, but how is someone able to write the following jingle?
Okay, yeah.
Ready to go?
Yep.
This is the ad for a pretty well-known brand, especially in WA, Lube Mobile.
Lube Mobile will come to you. Tell me more, Lube Mobile. On 133032. Tell me more, Lube Mobile. Lube Mobile can do the lots. All more offers on the spot. There's just one thing you need to do. On 133032. For everything mechanical, we've got it.
They'll fix the car.
Lube Mobile will come to you. 133032.
That's 133032.
What an ad. One for the absolute ages.
Nice. What was that second one?
Oh, that was a Family Guy clip by the looks of things. What do we remember about the Lube
The
Mobile?
Lube Mobile. I remember seeing those cars.
Oh, do you? I don't think I could honestly say I've ever seen one in the flesh.
Yeah, I definitely have seen a Lube Mobile car.
I've seen a few,
Okay.
yeah.
For the sake of me, I can't.
So are they mechanics or do they just...
I think
is
they
it
just service.
lube?
That's the whole thing. Like, they're going so hard on such a. They don't mention lube in any of the service offering.
No, just everywhere throughout the ad. But it's,
Like, like, what is it? I don't understand why they're called that.
obviously they've definitely gone with the tongue-in-cheek Lube Mobile. Like we all know what else could be used as
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Lube Mobile. A penis.
Not quite. But yeah, I get what you mean.
But then the inclusion of kids in the ad
yeah,
as
there was
well.
a fair few mentions.
Get
of
lubed up.
kids. It's like the end product.
Lube it. Yeah, the end
Love it or lube it.
The kids singing at the end will always be. That'll play rent free in my head till the day I die. Mainly because he can't say 30. He goes, it's 13, 30, 32.
What number is that?
It's like he's got lube strapped around his mouth and he can't. He's like he's had a big gulp of lube right before he's tried to speak. And he's probably an old man now.
we've
Like
been
that ad's been out for 20 years. That ad came out in 97.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's older than us. Wonder if he
Yeah.
can say he's 30s now.
It is a lot of old ads, which is one thing they don't do now, is the jingle for the phone number.
Yeah,
Because now it's just everyone has a website or a social media.
that's true.
Like instead of a catchy 13, 30, 32, it's just like the end of the ad will just have a thing with their Instagram.
Yeah.
No one's doing jingles for their ads.
Bring back the jingle.
Bring an ad jingle, you know?
What phone numbers can you remember purely based on the jingle? Can you remember Pizza Hut?
Isn't it 1-300 Pizza Hut?
Well, that was one of them. They used to run with 1300 Pizza Hut, and then it was
The infamous one we all know,
yeah,
which could get its own run. The
yeah,
Reading
it likely will.
Which one?
The reading and writing.
1300 655
What's that for?
Have you
The
never
Reading
seen
and Writing
that?
Hotline.
No, I've seen it.
You have.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It was
so
a
we can
hotline
look it
for
up.
people who can't read or write.
Mhm.
It's like for adult literacy.
Oh.
I was a real.
Gonna be a bit tough typing in a phone number.
I was a real bad bloke when I was young. There was a kid in my primary school, and he wanted to call me,
Oh.
and
Gave him the
was-
1300.
yeah, I thought he was gonna be sort of in on the joke. He wasn't.
How old were you?
It's also not like a.
Year 4, year 5, so yeah, 10, 11.
It's so not a real phone number as well.
1300.
No, exactly. And he read it because he came to school the next day, and I don't know, everyone was a little bit mean to him, and I felt bad, but like
And he like came and double checked.
it's still funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, man, it didn't work. It sent me through this like reading hotline. Here we go.
He
We'll
also-
play that ad while we're at it. We'll just play that. Oh, we're gonna get another ad while we're doing it. So just
Just
keep,
ads
just keep,
happening,
yeah, it's
We
tough when
should
we're playing,
sponsor this.
we're playing ads on top of ads. Here we go. This is it.
Here is some brilliant news for adults who have difficulties with spelling, reading a newspaper or phone bill, or writing letters and emails. It can be easier to improve your reading and writing skills than to keep putting it off. Take the plunge. Call the Reading Writing Hotline, 1300 65506.
1300 65506.
Like such a long phone number. I feel like you sort of have to have a jingle because that's too many numbers to.
They've color coded it.
I
so,
also
yeah.
like that for that one. Obviously, they've gone. You know, there's the 1300 Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
The like, you know, how they spell out the thing,
Mm.
and they're probably like, oh, it's the Reading and Writing Hotline.
Yeah,
can't have
don't
a spell out
it
number.
Don't spell it out. Don't.
We need to do a
complicate
jingle,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. But there you go. What do we think of the Lube Mobile? Are they still in service?
I reckon I've seen a few around.
Would you trust a Lube Mobile?
No. Could get you out of a, you know,
Out of a
you're in a,
out of jam.
a tight spot.
Yeah, that's about it, I reckon. Righty, boys, it's time for our favourite weekly segment. It's our only weekly segment. It's time for our everyday hero, Joey. Take it away.
Yes, the first hero of the year. That's right.
There you go. He's
that's
trying to get
right.
out of some big pillars, this guy. This year's.
First outdoor story.
He chalks another one up in his little book.
Yes, I got to flick back. And this one, it's a pretty recent story. It actually stars Riley. So I was glad that I was able to tell it because I only witnessed it.
Okay.
So Christmas is a busy time for the shops, right? We all know that. I had the fatal mistake of heading down, I think it was on Christmas Eve, heading down to the grocery shops to pick up some ingredients for my famous potato salad.
Elite potato salad.
Yeah.
Went well.
And
One of the ingredients
It was
included
a hit.
rosemary from the bush that me and Riley pissed from. And then we were like,
Eating it. And
yeah, we
figured
sort of
out.
brought that up at Christmas lunch.
Yeah,
Went,
they didn't
went down
wash.
like a leaf with piss on it, really.
I didn't wash either. I was not aware of
I
that.
watched him. I parked up and he just
Why are you
like
being on the rosemary? It's a good herb.
I parked up and I see him come out with this like craft scissors. They're not like special scissors. They're like plastic scissors that
Did
you
they
use
cut
for
my-
glue.
Yeah, oh, the blue ones.
And he comes out and he just like starts cutting the tree. And immediately I was like, "What's he doing with that? That's where I wee."
I didn't even know he had a rosemary bush.
Neither did I.
we
I
have a
just
lot
thought-
of non-edible plants out
It was a
there.
piss bush.
yeah.
All right, so I had
I piss on the mango. All my mates piss on the mango tree.
Oh. Not, but mangoes are pretty.
Zesty.
I
Mangoes are
don't
pretty
think
hot.
urine's getting through the to the.
Through the hollow.
Anyway,
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 tell
we'll
me how
we'll
many.
have to have a biologist on. Yeah, so I head down to the shops. Obviously, big day before Christmas, and what is everyone picking up? The seafood, which makes it very hard if you want to buy a lemon. Lemons were out of stock. Could you believe it? A
Oh.
citrusy delight, a lemon.
Oh.
Usually there's tons of them. Usually there's lemons coming out the wazoo.
That's right.
But the lemons were done, and obviously the lemons are needed for my delicious potato salad.
Can you only buy lemons? You don't buy lemons at the seafood bit though. You can just buy them off like the rack next to the oranges.
That's
can't
where I was looking. No, but because everyone is buying the seafood, what are you also buying?
you? Okay. They're pairing them up.
lemons.
They're pairing them up.
That's the.
Oh,
Yeah.
when life gives you lemons, you make potato salad, which is what I was trying to do because my potato salad has fantastic ingredients, including piss rosemary. It's got lemons and it's got mustard. It's a lovely, tangy delight that I was ready to share with my family, but I was missing the main ingredients.
Doesn't
Lemon.
sound very good.
The lemon. Riley, you
That's
gave me
right.
many a compliment when when I served it up on Christmas, so you take that back right now. But luckily, our neighbour has a lemon tree.
Yes.
They have a lemon tree.
Neighbour up the back as
And
well.
if you're watching on YouTube,
Oh, you can see it.
I've had it
you'll
lit
be
up
able to
as well
see
for
said
my
lemon tree, the big lemon tree over
it
the
is.
back.
There
But you will notice that there is not many a lemon to be seen on our side.
Not-
Obviously,
not
the law
anymore.
states that lemons and any other fruit, if they overhang, they become your property. It's one of everyone's favorite laws
Yeah.
because you get free fruit.
Fantastic.
The
Free
overhang.
fruit without
And
any.
usually that side of the tree will be covered in yellow.
Yeah.
But
I'm
obviously,
pretty sure they trimmed it. I'm pretty sure
yeah,
they
they've
fucking
either trimmed it or we've taken them
I think
all.
they've trimmed it on our side.
And they're
Anyway,
not growing anymore.
there was one. Honestly, it looked more like a lime. It was not yet ripe. But Riley,
I think it's still there. I
it's
think
still
that's
there.
it.
It's still not ripe.
And
A
I
week later, so Riley had gone up to try and gank the lemon from their tree.
Yeah.
It's overhanging, not really, but it is there for the taking.
This is Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, yeah. Riley is leaning over,
Yeah.
to grab this. Obviously, you're stealing.
I'm breaking the law at this
You're
point.
stealing from their lemon tree, and you don't want the neighbor to come out. But it's Christmas; they might be at their relatives, hopefully. But no, the neighbor comes out. She sees Riley caught in the act.
Yeah, I can hear them like all laughing about it.
Oh,
inside,
good
like,
job.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at Jeremy. He's trying to steal our
He's
fucking
trying to get the
lemons.
lemon,
So I
right?
quickly jump back down and walk back in to tell Mum, like,
No deal.
yeah,
No lemons.
the nail on the
Yeah,
lemons.
yeah.
Pardon the pun.
Whose hero is this, Riley?
Proceed.
And then we hear a voice. Howdy, neighbor. I forget what she said, but it was something like that.
Hi, diddly
Yeah.
eye.
Go and grab some of these. They had a plentiful lemons on their side, and she's pulled them off the tree. Here, take these. Take these juicy golden green, not green, yellow lemons. And she saved Christmas. She
Yeah.
saved Christmas with the lemons.
There you
Life
go.
gave us lemons. No. The neighbor gave us lemons.
They saw us in need, and they provided the lemons.
It wasn't just. It was one initially, and then I noticed that a few days later there was more lemons up on the.
Yeah, she
fence
left
line.
them up on the fence.
Oh, it's
So
just
you
so.
can see
They've
The-
seen the mango tree
the
is
gift
almost in bloom.
Yeah.
And we will be trading them back the good deed.
Oh,
There you
God,
go.
Of course. And we also gave him a tennis ball on the day as well. We hit a
Yes.
6 and out.
Yeah, you had to get that
right
back.
over their direction.
But yeah, I just thought it was nice because obviously everyone knows, if you have a lemon tree, it's getting stolen by your neighbours. It's the way it goes,
that's just
So you can
life.
either be mad about it, or you could be a good, friendly neighbour about it.
Lean into lemon theft is what we say for 2024, and that's why this week's Everyday Hero is the Legend Over the Fence. Alrighty, boys, that just about brings us to the end of the first week for 2024 here on the MacPack
Yeah,
Pod.
blimey.
A huge year ahead. Radio's going well. We're doing radio in 24 hours.
Yep.
It's would have been since by the time this comes out. It's always a
always
fun.
seems to be that
It's always a
way.
fun game.
Thanks
for
post sell the show.
yeah.
But, Wednesday, Thursday mornings is when we've been going, haven't we, Jake? So
We
if you're
usually
awake,
just check the socials as well. We'll let you know. when we're on.
Socials.
We'll let you know. What I would like to do moving forward, because I know that two of us are listening.
Yeah.
Is the third brother listening? Is the third brother being as
Not usually,
supportive?
no.
Do you listen back? Because you can replay the show.
Yeah, it's really not hard to replay the show.
And it's a lot of it's a lot of music that you would probably be very interested in.
Look, maybe when I'm back at work, I'll listen during the workday. But
Because what I want to
hard have
start doing,
2-3 hours to just listen to the fucking radio.
what I want to start doing, and what we are going to start doing
when you drive, really.
is coming up
With the password.
with an RTR.
You need to know the password if you're a good brother.
He's gone and got it. We didn't talk about this beforehand.
Have
but
you done one already? I
feel
know
the
you
writing-
talked about it.
the
Yeah,
writing was-
circle jerk.
The writing was on the wall. This week, I think, we're going to come up with a password, and we will use the password.
An RTR FM.
I don't know how we're going to do it.
Password. We'll just maybe we'll
Get someone to text in, and I'll text in.
Every week, we'll pretend Joe texts in,
yeah.
and we'll say,
Maybe not every week. Just this week coming.
oh, yeah.
Or
we'll-
a week coming.
every
Maybe
week,
not this
every week it'll be someone named Joe, Josephine, Joey, Jemima, like something along those lines that sounds close.
Jocelyn.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And
Jose.
that person has mentioned they've signed off with a funny word.
Yeah. Circle
And it'll
jerk.
be the same word.
No, it'll change, mate.
Every week you've got to be
Every
listening.
week's gonna be something
Will he
new.
be a good brother or will he not?
And we will
Yeah.
front you to start each week, or before we finish each week
Oh,
anyway.
shirt front, yeah.
And we'll see if you've tuned in over the last 7 days. We love it.
It's
We
not like I
won't.
lied about listening.
we
I told
won't-
you guys I haven't
We
listened.
won't mention it on the pod either. beforehand. So if you do hear it, message
I
us.
always find it really funny as well. Like the amount of people that ask me, they're like, "Oh, you're doing the radio stuff? That's so sick, bro." And I'm like, "Have you listened?" They're like, "Nah." And I'm like, if one of my mates was on radio,
Yeah, I'll be tuning in.
all I would do is listen to his shows. I'd find that so fucking entertaining.
So would I.
Yeah,
So
but you guys, if you
none
guys
of
were
them do.
talking more, I'd be more into it.
We will. We have started.
We've been doing like
You haven't
5
played a
minute talk
song in
breaks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
We did like an 8-minute talk break, which I'm pretty
Which is
sure was
not
like.
Because that's the thing, I like the talk break, but I was skipping the songs when I listened back the first time.
That's supposed to mean the songs are good.
The
Our
songs are
show
decent,
before
yeah.
Christmas was elite. It was like the 20th or 21st of December.
Yeah, that was good. That's some
Alright.
great stuff.
Whatever, I'll listen. I'll be a good brother.
Time will tell, but yeah, if you are listening and you don't want to lie about it, podcast passwords worked in the past.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing an RTR password moving forward. But you got to get it to us early because we can't say it and then you're like, oh yeah, it was apple juice, spot on. Because it wasn't. Like, we already
Never
told
apple
you.
juice.
We told you it was apple juice.
It was circle jerk
It's really so good.
every time.
Every week.
When you think it's not.
It's
It
Lube
is.
Mobile. Boys, and now we've got to keep it in the app because we've backsold it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Boys,
Just talk about the fact that we can consider cutting segments. We'll keep it in the app.
we'll keep it in. Boys, until we do this time next week, stay safe, stay blessed, and always remember to...
Go give your mum a hug.
It's ciao for now, but not forever.